Hello, my friends. Update deal. You know you have heard of someone it happened to. In fact, you know someone who knows someone it happened to. You may have even had nightmares of it happening to you, but God forbid. Let me tell you this: it happened to us. So, I'm talking about being abandoned at the altar. Let me tell you this tale worth telling. If there's anyone who has a reason why these two should not be joined together in holy matrimony, please speak up now or forever hold your peace. Pastor Femi made that announcement, and as usual, everyone held their breath. No matter how hard he tried to erase this particular phrase from the wedding booklet, Pastor Femi refused. He said it was against the law of the land. He had seen a lot of deception in marriage, so whether we liked it or not, he would announce. We left the church office downcast that day. He will not understand, but Patrick the groom had an ex-wife who we have been told was planning to wreak havoc that day. She had even tried to contact us, but we refused to entertain her. Even though their marriage lasted 1 year, Patrick claimed she was really hurt by the divorce. So when Pastor Femi made the announcement, Regina and I looked at each other. Our hearts were beating so loud, and I was scared they could hear it through the microphone. Peter had reassured us that the police were outside, and if they could sight anyone that looks like Brenda, they would stop the person from entering. This question had been asked several times at different weddings, and every time it's a loud silence and then a sigh of relief after the priest or the pastor goes into the next thing on the agenda. But today, the devil drank water. Today, what we were afraid of eventually happened. She was already seated at the front. I saw her when we came in and I smiled. She didn't smile back, but how would I have known that? That was a sign that Iya Moruf was going to raise up her hand and walk to the front of the church. Come and see the way everybody gasped. Even the pastor was afraid. How did I know faith is a miracle? She whispered in Pastor Femi's ears. Then she took the microphone from him and cleared her throat. Hello guys. Welcome once again to NTWT, my Tales Worth Telling channel. Welcome to new members. Please feel at home. Here we tell stories of experiences to inform and to educate. So sit back, relax, and let's continue the story. Regina and I, practically twins, even though we were cousins, born 6 months apart, our mothers were sisters and they raised us together. In fact, we were even told that our mothers used to breastfeed us anytime we were hungry and the other mother was absent. He always said it with pride, but we're always disgusted by this gist. When we graduated, we were separated because of our jobs. Reg got a job at the bank while I worked in the National Theatre at Igomu in Lagos. Our mothers began to pressure us about settling down as soon as we clocked 25. Regina was really worried and would join any gathering that tagged 2022, my year of joyful marriage, or 2023, singlehood must die. All these captions were just funny to me, but Reg took his prayer house seriously. Whatever the shepherd said is final. And for that, her heart was broken so many times that once she calls me and blows her nose, I know say it don't happen. I could just wear my consoling hat and start to talk to her. As for me, I wasn't ready to get married to somebody who I would just manage. I wanted marriage to be fun. I wanted married life to be fun and fulfilling, not because my mother and sister were ringing bell for both of us and singing, "When will you marry? This year or next year or sometime forever." Regina will hound me. Don't be too choosy. Our mothers are right. A woman has a clock. Okay, madam, accurate timekeeper. Check time for yourself. I will not settle for less. So to be honest, when she met Patrick, it was an answer to a prayer. Patrick was friendly, funny, and very, very generous. It was as if fate knew what Regina wanted, doubled it up, and gave it to Regina. Patrick worked at Sun City Insurance. He came to talk to Regina about her investment there, and that's how they found love. The only reservation I had was that he was divorced. Regina sold me a certificate, and we turned ourselves to private investigators to verify and cross-check all his stories. We thought we were smart since we had his original divorce certificate in our hands. Let me just laugh at how silly we were going through the internet and checking all his social media to get some dirt on this guy. At the end, we concluded that his wife was a problem and they had separated due to irreconcilable differences. Chai, if you see a divorced person crazy about you, remember this proverb. The stick that drove the first wife is behind the door to drive the second wife away. Please do not see yourself as a different person or as an exception. The elders that created this proverb, are you smarter than them? Answer me. Are you wiser than them? This life. People are evil. Oh. Anyway, when we inspected and investigated Patrick by ourselves, we certified him clean and courtship began. We were always enjoying food from one restaurant or the other. I was the assistant girlfriend now, so I would generally tag along. All prayers were answered, and you could tell that she was looking so radiant. Okay, let us judge this together. If it was looks, Patrick was hands, short form for handsome. If he was sensitive, he knew her mood swings. Is it money? Even me that is supposed to be private investigator, I have received countless alerts from this guy. I didn't take it as bribe that time. Oh. Hey, God, forgive me. And finally, the guy can give advice for Africa, especially financial one. Regina's parents had trust fund for her, and this guy helped her put it in multiple investment accounts, and it was yielding tens of millions every year. Regina's parents were happy to receive him. He brought his parents for introduction, and before we knew it, we picked date for wedding. We met Iya Moruf when we went to his house for the first time. She was his housekeeper and she was nice to us. Immediately we got there, she was so kind to us. It was a 5-bedroom duplex and Iya Moruf was living at the back. She welcomed us warmly. Regina knelt down to greet her that day. I just weak. I had to kneel down too now. I don't want the woman to think I was a witch. She fed us and made us comfortable, and I saw Regina squeeze 5K into her palms as we were going. She scored a joker with Iya Moruf because they became best friends. Anytime my cousin goes for a visit, she will thank her a million times, care for her, especially calling her our madam. When I also visit, she will sing praises for me about Regina and tell me how God will give her the best husband. I didn't even understand what she meant. I thought she was referring to Patrick. One day, I felt the nudge to ask Iya Moruf about Patrick's ex, and she told me that she was a very nice woman. This was different from all I've been hearing. I thought she was just being polite. I never thought to probe further. Nice or not, she was no longer here, and my baby girl was in charge now. When we started to plan the wedding, I never noticed anything different in Iya Moruf's behavior. She even cleared out part of Patrick's wardrobe so Regina can put her stuff when she moves in. But today it all made sense. Everything became clear as Iya Moruf began to talk on the mic. It was true. What she did was heartbreaking. However, she was a savior. She delivered us. She saved my cousin from a lifetime of regrets. As soon as she took the mic, Patrick stood up. He wanted to run. His best man stood up too, confused. I, as the chief bridesmaid, kept telling Regina, calm down, calm down. Even though I wasn't calm myself, I was visibly shaking. Our family were whispering and asking me what was going on. And so I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what Iya Moruf wanted to say. I didn't know anything of what Iya Moruf was saying. It was a shocker to me too. Pastor Femi ordered him to sit down. I know you know there are different marriage scams, but I bet you have never heard of this one that this criminal Patrick used on all of us. First of all, Iya Moruf announced, these are not Patrick's parents. Wait, what? So the papa and mama that are wearing this gorgeous lace, tokotaya, they are just actors. Hey, Chineke, oh. The so-called parents look confused. She said it again. Patrick contracted these people to pose as parents as he does all the marriages before. Hold him, my hands and legs. Hold him, hold him, hold him. Patrick wanted to jump through the window, but Pastor Femi asked the church security to hold him down. When the commotion died down, Iya Moruf continued. I have known Patrick when he joined the insurance company and I was a cleaner there. He invited me to attend a wedding he was having and to represent his mother. He said his mother was very sick and she was on admission and he wanted to pay me 600,000. This was about 10 years ago. I appeared as the mother of the introduction and the engagement and white wedding. I met a man who sat beside me and he told me that was his father. So I greeted him and I asked him about his sick wife. And the man told me that Patrick also contacted him as his father, saying that his father had died in a plane crash and he didn't want his wife to feel bad about it. He just wanted him to represent him as his dad. I was shocked. Please, do things like this still exist or are my ears paining me? Go on, said Pastor Femi. He urged her. It's too big for me. Everyone was in shock. Regina just sat down on the ground immediately in her white dress. This is how he scams people. He will locate a desperate girl who has large investments and funds in her name and begin to woo her. He will now come close to her and make sure she's truly crazy about him. He will then budget an amount and begin to spend on the girl and her family. New clothes, new phone, jewelry, trips to Dubai, and much more. Before you know it, the woman has forgotten how to spell her name and wedding date is fixed. He will pay for everything, contract parents and friends, even crowd, to say they came from his village and the wedding will take place. A month after the marriage, he will begin to plan his exit. Whatever it took, violence, cheating, severe maltreatment, until the lady says enough is enough and calls for a divorce. Then he brings out the best lawyers who have told him how to behave and act all this while, and for every divorce, he will be granted half of what the lady has. Her investment of 500 million will be split in half. Her G-Wagon, her Rolls Royce, all the property her dad bought for her in her name will be split in two. He made over 90 million naira from his last divorce. We open mouths, we know if we close. Yamoruf, are you sure of what you are saying? Pastor Femi asked. The house he is living now belongs to his second wife. Ask him about the house he's living in. He is just a contract insurance agent in Nigeria. How can he afford that house? I've always kept quiet when you introduce the prospective wives to me. But Regina is different. She saw me as a mother and not a domestic staff. She was also concerned about me and my well-being. I can't do this to her. I could not. And if I had told her before today, she would ask him and he would deny. This way, I have said it in the presence of living witness. Everyone should verify if I've said anything false. He is also here. Let him defend himself. From the back, I was hearing people shouting, "It's true! It's true!" Seeing him and his first wife on Instagram, people began to frantically Google on their phones. Hey God! I looked behind me. Some people were already setting camera, doing live video. I checked my phone. No need to look too far. Tunde Edno, Linda Akeji, Gist Lover. I was seeing the caption, "Serial wedding scammer." The title was everywhere. His pictures were online. Regina was just letting out a wail. Pastor Femi admonished her immediately. Be thankful to God that it ended this way. A broken engagement is better than a broken marriage. Everything after that seemed like a haze. My mom ran to Regina. When Iyamoru finished, she went back to her seat and the whole church erupted in a noise of disbelief. Chaos everywhere. I saw my dad and Regina's dad on the phone, and in a few minutes, the police came out and began to cuff him. Our mother smuggled us to a waiting car and we journeyed home. I didn't know what to say to comfort her. I tried to find the words. Her head was on my lap. She was sobbing in a deep, painful way. Regina, don't be sad. I tried to encourage her. It's your kind heart that delivered you. And she looked at me and said, KK, I'm not sad. These are tears of relief. I escaped. Thank you so much for watching to the end of my story. Please subscribe, share, comment, and tell me what you felt about the story. See you in the next one. Goodbye.